views and opinions expressed in this podcast are our own and do not necessarily reflect those of our employers, agencies, medical directors, or affiliated organizations. This podcast is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not a substitute for official medical guidance, training, or clinical judgment. Any patient stories have been de-identified or modified to protect privacy. Always follow your local protocols, applicable laws, and the direction of your medical director.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Crew Table. Today I have a very good friend of mine, Brad,
Hello, everyone.
my
Compadre.
maybe favorite paramedic.
Yeah, I don't know about
it's
that.
between you and Tate.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about, I don't really know, a lot of things about EMS.
Some good, the bad, the ugly.
A lot of ugly.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Go ahead and give a little introduction, short and sweet.
My name's Brad Waldrop. So I work at Air Medical Services, a flight paramedic. Been doing it for about 16 years. Started off at a small fire department, worked my way up. I've worked for private services. I think every paramedic works everywhere. But yeah, so I've been doing it 16 years. I own a small training business, so I got kind of both sides of it, the education and the work too. So
Brad's first aid.
Brad's first aid worldwide.
Put it right here.
Yeah.
Brad's first aid.
Yeah.
Right here.
Call me for any of your needs. No, but yeah, so we train everybody from doctors to baby nurses to people that don't have a clue what anything is. So pretty good.
What is the funniest thing that you've encountered at Brad's first aid?
So probably the funniest thing is neurosurgeons trying to pass the ACLS test.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad. They're like, I don't know what a heart does, but yeah, it's pretty bad. It's super smart people, but they have their thing. Also, when you start dealing with one funny thing that I ask is like somebody's like, I'm a nurse, at a rec. It's like, what kind of nurse are you? Well, not hating them. Well, I work at a podiatrist. It's like, yeah, you can't help here. But yeah, so that's kind of funny whenever you deal with that.
I think it's funny that you could have an EMTB and a neurosurgeon in the same class.
Yep.
And a flight medic's teaching it.
Yeah, I'm not a nurse, so I'm not gonna make fun of them. I'll make fun of paramedics though. There's plenty of room there to make fun of people.
All right, so unprepared viewer submitted question. Let me see. Can't remember it. What is one opinion you have about EMS or HEMS that would get you kicked out of the EMS room at any hospital over a cold drink of water and a little chat with your bros?
I think you always deal into I'm a paramedic, I'm a nurse situation. So when you start arguing like credentials, I think you're probably going to get kicked out of an ER. Also, like anybody measuring their parts to figure out what it is, I'm just going to leave it at that. Also, like we deal with a lot of like smaller ERs that like sometimes they just don't have the capacity to deal with stuff. You're like, yeah, why'd y'all do that? That wasn't smart. I think that's probably not going to go good either.
Yeah.
But we do good though. I mean, you and we're together. We try to keep it
simple.
Kinda.
Until it's not.
Yeah, until it's not.
What is the most unpopular opinion you have about flight medicine that most flight clinicians would look at you like you were crazy if you said?
The most unpopular thing. So I would say the education to pay disparity.
Yeah.
If that's what you're kind of asking here. So I think that when I first started in EMS, air crews make more than ground.
Yeah.
And that's not the case anymore.
Hell no.
But I don't think that's going to be an unpopular opinion. I think anybody you ask that's going to probably be like, yeah, you're right. That's dumb. Y'all got to do all this education. And the shithead over here hadn't taken a class in 3 years is making what I'm making or more. Usually it's more now. That's probably not an unpopular opinion in HEMS, but it is an opinion that's not well taken.
I had just talked to a flight medic that we were discussing pay, and he is making $21.50 an hour to fly, and I could go right now 5 minutes down the road and get a job with our local private EMS service that pays starting at 40.
Yeah, and that's just unbelievable
Insane.
To me. I think that is really bad. I also think you deal with the flight nurse, flight paramedic who makes more. I am a paramedic, so I'm going to do the unpopular thing here. I do think a nurse should make more.
Skirt.
Yeah, here's why I think that.
Let's hear it.
And I'm going to get crucified. But I think you should always be paid more for the education you get. With that being said, now
Yeah.
there's bachelor's degrees in paramedic. When I went through, it was just a certificate. So they might have an argument saying, well, I have a bachelor's degree also. I think HEMS is one of the awesome things that we both have our jobs.
Yeah.
Do I think that we need to make more? Yeah, but I also think the nurse needs to make more and the medic. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get crucified on that, but as a paramedic, I've never felt bad about a nurse making more than me.
Yeah.
I just think that's the way it is.
But where do you draw the line? Like, how much more?
Yeah, I don't think there should be maybe a dollar. Or
Yeah.
I do not think it should be a same amount.
$10,
No,
$8.
no. I think you're dealing with a big other issue at that point.
Yeah.
That's just the way I feel about stuff. I have a higher education degree, and I also think you should get degree pay, but we're not even gonna get into that because it's a shit show.
Yeah.
It's arguments that, but I have never been angry with a nurse making more than me. I will say that. I think I should make more money, but I also think you should.
So to put it in perspective, you have a master's degree
Mhm.
in
Emergency management.
emergency management.
Yeah.
And you're a paramedic.
Mhm.
And there are nurses out there with probably an eighth of the experience that you do that make more than you do at another flight service.
Now, I'm saying that on, like, a base pay.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, like, of course, if I've been doing it 16 years, this nurse been doing it 3, I think I should probably make
Yeah.
more, but I think the base should be more. Like,
Yeah.
I think that let's just say I'm fresh paramedic, fresh nurse, I think a nurse should make more.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think a brand new nurse should make more than me, but I think you deal with the experience then. Uh, but I do. I never have. Or if me and you've both been doing it at the same time, you got all your credentials. I don't have a problem with y'all making a little bit more. But I don't know places do experience pay or whatever. But I mean, I think the company that we work for, we can make more.
Yeah.
At its
Absolutely.
experience. I don't want to say that. Like, yeah, I think you should make more with your experience.
Yeah.
But base, I don't have a problem with that.
So you think there should be a small difference?
I do. If like me and you've been doing it at the same time,
Yeah.
but I know y'all can can you fly with an associate's degree?
I
Can
fly
you?
with a social security, which is wild.
So I guess that's the argument you're gonna have there too, is you're like if a paramedic has a bachelor's degree in paramedicine, whatever it's
Mhm.
called now, you have an associate's degree. That's a whole nother argument. I'm not really familiar with that.
There are some hospitals that I cannot work med surge,
Yeah.
but I can go get on a helicopter with an associate's degree, like magnet hospitals.
I think you probably have that argument then.
Yeah.
Like as a paramedic, I think but if you're at the same education level, like I have a certificate in paramedic, not a degree tied to
Mhm.
that at all. I don't have a problem with a nurse with an associate's degree making more.
How long was your medic school?
12 months.
How long was your did you go to EMTA?
No, I just went to
SB?
EMT. EMTA wasn't a thing when I went through, really. I think they had them, but it was very.
So when they're like EMT IVs?
That's what they were.
Yeah.
When I went through, it was an EMT IV, which I think like Tennessee, a neighboring state, that's
Yeah.
what you had to have. But yeah, we didn't do the whole advanced thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Paramedics aren't gonna like that, but
No.
it is what it is.
That's an interesting take.
So 18 months, I had EMT. I could have EMT paramedic done.
I mean, my nursing program was like 2 years. I mean, to me, that's not. It's very like an associate's nurse and a credentialed medic that's been through EMTB, possibly even EMTA. You're looking at the same
Yeah,
time. You know what I mean?
just not. I just think everybody like if I'm just going like me and you
Yeah.
are equal in education. We both have bachelor's degrees, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the nurse making more,
Fair enough.
but might not like it. People are gonna get pissy about it. But
Yeah. It is what it is.
yeah.
Let's see. What else?
So I think we can cover like where we are, like staffing in EMS, even in hospitals. I think everybody has seen it. You see a strike going on right now. It is wild to me that like people are that. What is a scab, by the way?
A what?
A scab nurse. That's what they're saying, that they brought in a bunch of scab nurses. Can
I'm
you figure out
sure.
what
Let's
that
see.
is? Because that's what they're yelling is they brought a bunch of scab nurses in, but I don't even know what that is.
It's probably like a crisis nurse.
I think that, like, for example, like as a paramedic, we have so many avenues to go work now to make more money. do less work. Like, that's the American dream, make more money, do less work. I think we gotta figure out whether it's a money issue or people just don't wanna do this anymore. And
No.
that's just the fact of it is I've seen, like
A scab nurse is a crisis, like, strike nurse. So a travel nurse makes decent money, like,
yeah.
2,000 something, like, a week
Mhm.
or whatever. Now, that's kinda what the rate is. A strike nurse or a scab nurse or whatever, they make exuberant amounts of money,
Really.
like, pre-COVID
If you're not, like, on
doesn't
TikTok
touch
or
it.
wich you probably are if you're seeing this, but you need to look it up. It is
Yeah.
wild. That hospital is in bad shape. And I everybody's gotta make money, right? I just think we gotta find that fine line into where and maybe even, like, benefits and stuff, like, when I first started, sign-on bonus was non-existent, you didn't find a sign.
No.
You get on there now, everybody's
10,000,
offering, and that's not a good
5,000.
thing in my opinion.
No.
Uh, which in the HEMS world, most of them are 3 years. You gotta have 3 years as a paramedic. I think I did, like, some research, most paramedics stay 5 years in
Yeah.
this field, and they're gone. I don't know what a ER nurse is, I'm sure it's along that same lines.
What are you at? How long you been at?
16 years.
And then how long you been flying?
Right at 2 years. Well, actually, it's 2 years this month.
How do you feel?
I was very underprepared. I was never smart anyways, and, like, the stuff we deal with is wild.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started, we didn't have 12 leads. Some of my partners would say, like, we didn't have 12 leads, now we're opening people's chest up. It's just
Yeah.
like but I think that also comes with we're taking those risks and we're having to further our education and they're not updating our pay.
No.
I think that, like, you're gonna get to a point where people are like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore." Like, you can either up my pay or we're just gonna ride.
I'll tell you that I'm at bumping on 3 years flying. I am tired.
I am too. I'm getting to the point where I'm tired, and it's not like we'll go over the call we had the other day, but, it's the mundane stuff
Yeah.
that kill you, and I think that especially in HEMS where you're usually operating with a pilot that's usually not EMS background, they don't have a clue.
No.
Well, and they're just freshly getting into that. You're dealing with a paramedic that has done pre-hospital, so he kinda gets that crew in a environment for 24 hours with the same person, you like
Yeah.
them or not, hate that person. And then you're dealing with a nurse, you're dealing with a bunch of powerful personalities, and I think that wears on you. I mean, not that we have problems, everybody does, but I think that's an issue,
Yeah.
dealing with a lot of different personalities in one building.
I don't know, and it's to me, it's mostly the cultural stuff that happens at the base level that make me wanna beat my head against the wall.
Yeah, yeah, and, like, you can't change like, we can't change it. We can't
But
do anything about it.
between, like, the interpersonal relations, peer relations that go to shit, and you've got your, like, media managers that sometimes are just checked out, like, it's a systemic problem that the reason that I feel like that we're getting burnout and leaving is not because we're up all night or we have sick patients or
I
that
think
stuff's
everybody
easy.
can say they like the job.
Yeah.
Like, they like taking care of patients or we wouldn't be doing that
Yeah.
in general, but yeah, I think so. I think it's the other stuff that's really killing us. Uh, Not having a lot of support kills you.
Yeah.
I think that's, like, a big deal, but another thing we're dealing with is, like, we don't have any pilots. There ain't a damn pilot.
No.
Like, where are they at? And then you're bringing in somebody new.
Yeah.
Ever hits you. I don't know him from Adam. We're like the pilots I deal with, I trust them, like them.
Every day, yeah. But you got somebody that, is from the other side of the United States.
And nothing, I know it irritates you because I've seen that face like, well, where's the hospital at? Well, I'm trying to save Jimmy, and you don't know where the hospital. Like that just adds a different stress level.
100%.
There's just no pilots.
No.
Like there's just, and I think that in HEMS we got to figure that out first.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell you be like, oh, we're just giving y'all a ride, but nah, I don't think so.
No.
Like you're putting a lot of trust in them.
Yeah, because like, we're not landing at airports or like, any pilot is trained appropriately can pick up at one airport and land at another on the other side of the world, you know what I mean? But we're landing at a rice field or a daycare
That's right,
or
and like
a swamp.
yeah, our area is kind of wild. Like it
Yeah.
gets a little crazy. You can go from an interstate, large city to a back road in about a second.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, even that, I don't know what the answer to that is. I'm very basic pilot. I have 6 hours at my Cessna,
How
but
many hours on your flight simulator do you have?
1,000.
Oh,
I
wow.
won't tell you my flight number on there, but anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fix is on pilots.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. There's just not any, and you see them
Mm,
leaving every day. Like, it's wild to me, but I think that's a big issue too. I also think, like, they try to nickel and dime stuff that probably shouldn't be nickel and dime. We need
100%.
this, gotta have it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell y'all. We have it, we're out of service. I don't know.
But I think the biggest problem, like, you look at the pay, the equipment, all of it together, if you look at people that fly versus the whole spectrum of, like, okay, I'm not talking shit, but you look at your private EMS,
Mhm.
like renal roundup medics and EMTs, and then you've got flight medics,
Yeah.
and the nurses. You've got, you can do psych nursing, like these other specialties that are not as heavy in like trauma or hands-on interventions
Yeah.
or whatever. Um, Doctor's office nurses and paramedics,
Yeah.
and then you've got your flight clinicians that are, in my opinion, like the more driven ones that are used to working with like a lot less equipment. And we almost pride ourselves in being able to do more with less. Like it's bragging rights if we did a terrible call with no equipment
And that's not a
or
good thing.
no.
Nah, it's sad that we've gotten.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that, like, I mean, I've not had a drug or something, but anywhere you're gonna have that, but, yeah, that's not a good position to be in. Like,
No.
you don't wanna be like, "Yeah, we did it without this." It's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, well, we shoulda done it with
No.
this."
Or why are we crafting um tools and equipment for, the helicopter or for the base out of nothing whenever whatever we're requesting is a fraction of probably what we just made off this flight.
Yeah.
And we wear it as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
So,
Especially, like, I mean, rural areas, like, you're like, "Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I just did that without whatever."
but why? So then it comes to pay, it's like, well, we're not gonna push an issue like pay or, better equipment or whatever, because it's like, we can persevere through whatever. We made it this far. We started at EMT school, we went through this, we went through that. Now we're at flight. Like you've got this group of highly driven, highly specialized professionals that thrive off of doing so much with nothing.
That's right.
And we put ourselves in a position to where
And it
now we can't advocate for ourselves.
that's right. Yeah, it's just, and I think we're just 20 years behind the 8 ball,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Like, I think that it's not gonna get better. Uh,
But when is that gonna recoil and when are we gonna see the
I
effects
think
of
you're
it?
seeing it right now. I
Yeah.
think these people are getting burned out quicker. They're just like, "I'm not do," like I said, you can go make whatever. You can take a safety position somewhere and make more money and not have to, like, worry about killing somebody today.
You can go work at Buc-ee's
Yeah,
and
that's
make
right.
more money.
Yeah, I look at Bucky's one day, I was like, I'm gonna go cook some brisket."
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's just, I think we're to that point. You can throw boxes at Amazon, make more money than we do, and it's just, that's just wild to me. Not to, like, everybody risk a lot, but I feel like we risk a little bit more.
100%.
Uh, and I think I think that just wears on you, tears on you.
What I foresee happening with the pilot shortage and kinda where we're at, and this is not just, we're not speaking about our company, this is like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the whole country is experiencing this problem, and you can apply it to probably ground medic services and especially the hospitals that act this way, but they're gonna start paying these pilots more money to come in and service these areas. I guarantee you they're gonna cut incentives and cut pay to
Brad
med
Gage ain't getting
crew.
no more.
No, absolutely not. And you're gonna have less people working in the job, more people leaving, you're gonna have more open shifts, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep picking up overtime and keep not getting paid, and we're gonna keep working and keep the machine going because that's all that we know how to do.
I've said it in the, oh, keep on. We're our biggest worst enemies
Yeah,
because we just work ourselves to death.
100%.
Like, if everybody said this month, "I'm not working overtime," you'd probably cut the helicopters in everywhere 50%.
But how many firemen or paramedics do you know that have 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs that they
Every
work?
one of them.
Yeah.
You know very few that, like, they're like, "Oh, yeah, this is all I do." None of them,
If there's a shift open, they're gonna pick it up regardless of the incentive.
no matter what. Yep,
Yeah.
and we're our own worst enemies, and then, you don't sit now, but in 10 years from now, when you're ready to jump out of the helicopter because 'cause you're tired of it,
Yeah.
there you go.
But what blows my mind is on the wall, regardless of who's watching, on the wall of every business that exists, and especially our workplace, there is a sign that says that you have, like, the federal legal right to unionize and to negotiate wages and all these things, and I don't think we'll ever do it.
No, I've never been involved with a union. You don't see them a lot.
No.
I mean, you see like a couple fire departments with them. A couple of them have what is, I guess it's bargaining rights. I don't know much about unions, so I can't speak. It seems like there's some good things and there's some bad things, but I think it does protect the employee
Yeah.
if I'm like I said, I don't know anything, but it's like, yeah. But if you wreck an ambulance on purpose or something, you're on your own. Like they ain't
Absolutely.
helping your ass. But like I don't know anything about it. I don't. And what's crazy is like you'll see some companies, one that I work for, half some of the companies in a union, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. I don't even see how that works. If it's state, and I've never been in a union, so I don't know anything about them. But I know watching these nurses though, they're yelling at folks, and
Absolutely.
it's not funny. It's sad that we've gotten to that point.
But it needs to happen eventually.
Yeah, it does, and I think you're it's a very fragile straw. It's gonna break. The
Yeah.
stick's about to break, and I think unfortunately, like you can see every year, well, these people let go of their medical license. This amount of people got it, and I've always wanted to study how many people use their nursing license, use their paramedic license to see if they're actively practicing.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I know people right now, I know 10 people that have their paramedical license, they renew it with me every year, are not touching an ambulance. The only way they're
Yeah.
touching on an ambulance if their ass is dead, getting
Yeah.
that's the only way. So I think that number would even be worse. I mean, I know it would, it'd be much worse. So I
It's
don't
sad, dude.
yeah, we're at a bad crossroads right now. And I understand like companies gotta make money. But I think that we gotta what we do.
Let's see the next question. What do you think the downsides to extremely large flight programs versus really small university programs are?
So I think when you're dealing with a large company, I think we cannot vet our people as well as like I've never worked for a university program, so I'm just speaking on the outside. You got 40 applications for 2 positions at a university program. Let's just say that, well, we have 40 openings for 40 people. It's like, well, we got to hire everybody.
Yeah.
And I think anytime you're dealing with, I have to hire somebody because we're short, it's a bad situation, especially in our environment that we deal with. It's bad.
I can name 1,000 people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think university programs not usually have better equipment. They're a smaller environment, so their training's more localized. I also think that they just it's harder to get on those places.
Yeah.
Like you're just not. Oh, I've been flying for 5 years, getting on those places. Like you're gonna be going against 20 people for one spot.
I would consider myself a pretty proficient flight provider, and I would be scared going through
Yeah,
the interview
yeah,
process
and
of
I
some of
think
these
that's
university programs.
anytime you run into the I have to hire somebody, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten to that.
And you can't fire them because now we're super, massive.
I always say once you hire somebody, it's really hard to fire them. Like you better make sure you get a good one on the front end. With that being said, on a large company, you're able. Also, going back to the small company, usually they pay better. I don't understand that. You would think the bigger companies would be able to pay more, but usually that's not the
Not
case.
at
Usually, a
all.
university program makes inherit. I know I've gotten an offer from a larger program, and it was significantly more.
Yeah.
I mean,
And there's a lot of
it was like
programs.
$8 to $10 more. I don't know the exact figure, but it was
Yeah.
inherently more.
Some of these programs' base rates are our overtime rates.
That's right. Yeah, and I think that's wild because I would think it would be the other way around. For a larger program, usually you have more diversity to go work somewhere. Like we can work anywhere across the country.
Which is nice. Very nice.
Then again, you're working yourself to death, right?
Yeah.
You're gone. Also, I think a larger company, obviously the resources, you have a big natural disaster, something like that, they can ship more stuff.
Absolutely.
That's an advantage to them. I would say that like there's more promotional opportunities in a larger department. I'm not gonna speak on that much. But
You would think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think larger companies too, you're just a number sometimes, and I think on your smaller companies you're not. I think they know Gage Nesbitt. You get out of our area, they probably don't have a clue who you
I'm a
are.
7-digit code.
Yeah, yeah, whatever your employee. And I think that, and to each their own. Like I've seen, from what I've seen though, usually your university programs are inherently solid.
Yeah.
Like they have great usually good providers
Yeah,
there.
exposure to your medical director, hands-on every day.
Which I mean, we're lucky with our medical director. Like,
But we are
very small compared to the pie.
but I'm just saying, like, you're looking at one state versus the whole footprint, and we are extremely fortunate that we're in that one state.
Yeah, because I mean, I call ours right now, he'd answer 100%,
100%.
no doubt.
But wildly different interactions in other states
I've
with other
worked in
medical
other states
directors.
before where it's just like, oh yeah,
What are we
I don't
doing?
even know who he is,
Yeah.
which is sad. I just, yeah, I think the training is. I mean, we get good training where we are, so I can't really say that. But I think you get to really hand pick, and I hate to use that, who you're going to hire
Yeah.
because you have 50 people for one position. So Brad, you're out, gone. Gage, you're out. Like you immediately throw people out, and I think that's a good position to be in. You want to have double the applicants for the positions, and
100%.
I don't know how many openings like we have right now, but it's probably a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You don't ever want to be in the position where you have to hire somebody.
Mm.
And I think that's where we are nationwide, probably is for EMS especially. I'm sure nursing's the same way at hospitals.
Yeah.
It's
You have somebody come in that you're just like,
how did you pass?
"How'd you pass nursing
How
school?"
did you
Let
how did
alone
you make it here? First of all, like driving. Did you find your way to the hospital? Is what I want to know. But yeah, I think that's. And I was talking to an old nurse on the way here. It's like we don't have our older nurses anymore
No.
that are like, man, I took them some stuff that I should have definitely taken to the larger hospitals. They just dealt with it. I was lucky. I had some great EMS providers
Yeah.
above me that taught me how to do it. We don't have those ODMS providers because everybody leaves at 5 years. So you
100%.
get somebody 3 years training somebody just started, be like, you don't know much.
Mm-mm.
So you're gonna cover something that we've done well together?
Yeah.
All right.
This covers there's another question, and I think that it definitely applies for me, but it was,
You can go ahead and do that one then.
what was one call that you're really proud of?
Okay. All
And
right.
this one was
Yeah, we got a good one.
for
So
sure.
we don't share a lot of war stories, but this is a good war story. We had a older gentleman fall off a roof 25 feet, 20 feet, whatever. Who cares? It's 5 feet at that point. Hit a bulldozer blade, can't make it up. We get there, the guy's a disaster. Bunch of stuff's going on. We
What'd you
kind
see when you walked in?
of, I saw a guy that I was like, there ain't no way he's gonna make it. Like, there's
No.
just no way. Well, backstory: we went through training to do finger thoracostomies. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I know they had a costomy, whatever. We cut into his chest. But anyways, we get there, had some needle decompressions done. I'll just leave that at that. I'm not gonna. I try not to berate people. They weren't great located, anyways. We had kind of a game plan. We just learned this neat finger thoracostomy deal, and I told Gage, I was like, if they're still bad, we're probably gonna think about doing it. We get in the back of the ambulance. He had needles all in him. I don't even remember how many. He pretty much stood up off the stretcher and said, "I can't breathe. I'm about to die." If somebody tells you they're gonna die, you better start believing them because they're
Yeah.
about to die. Gage immediately started getting the stuff out. He had no breath sounds on the left side at this point. He had some on the right side. Just bad. It's a bad situation. We ended up O2 sat was low, right? They had him on a non-air breather,
Yeah. I
non-invasive.
mean, it was like 80, 75
Yeah, I
something.
mean he was moving no air. I didn't. You could just tell by the way it is. Gage says, "Hey, we're gonna intubate him while I'm doing the chest tube, or a finger thoracostomy." So Gage gets in there, does that. Pretty much immediately when Gage enters the pleural space, his vital signs started improving. We RSI'd him, intubated him, started blood products, did the whole 9 on him, the TXA calcium. We get in the helicopter, we can't get this dude oxygenated. Like it starts like at 80s, high 80s, starts getting lower. Gage was like, we got some issues. He started bradying down. It was getting to the point where like he's about to code. Gage said, I'm gonna look at the right side. We ended up finger thoracostomy the right side. Vital signs ended up improving also, went up to 100%.
Within like 5 seconds,
Oh,
which
like
is
it was like, I
insane.
don't even know if he got the Kellys in the pleural space. Immediately came up. The guy ended up doing great. Had some pelvic fractures. His lungs were trash, but our dedication to learning something new and actually paying attention, definitely 100%. This guy's going to walk out of the hospital. I'm still trying to keep track of him, but he'll walk out of the hospital. There's no doubt in my mind, and I think that shows. But we also care to learn new things
Yeah.
and do them and stuff. It was a frantic deal though. It was like that's one of them that like I can't say that I 100% most times surgeons save them, but if it wouldn't have been for us, he'd have never made it there with the
Yeah.
pulse. So that's kind of a good one
A
for me.
rarity.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when everybody's like giving you fist bumps, you did something good.
I think it's pretty like you talked about just learned that skill. We had just learned how to do the finger thoracostomies on a trash can at pig ribs, like
Yeah,
not even a couple weeks before, and got our ultrasound proficiencies done. And it's because we have a medical director that
cares.
legitimately cares. He builds this whole system of the training exercises, everything that we did that day, and us being able to use it in the field. And
Well, I even think we didn't bring up the ultrasound deal too. Like you ultrasounded and
yeah,
verified it. Like that's I'm not an ultrasounder person. I'll let y'all do that.
having the ability to do these fast scans, I will say when we did our podcast like last year, I was talking mad shit about
Yeah.
ultrasound.
I was like, we ain't gonna use it.
No,
No way in hell I'm
yeah,
getting that thing out. And it was verified the lung was down. Like there was no doubt on the left side. I think the right was still good at that
yeah,
point. It obviously was not good for long.
no. I think when we put him on the vent, like it looked good in the ambulance, put him on the vent, and it just,
Popped or started tensioning
yeah,
over
he had a
there.
massive
I don't know all y'all's medical
pulmonary
terms.
issue.
I know he didn't have any air going to where it needed to
Yeah,
go. But it was crazy to actually see, especially the second one. The left one bled a lot, like it was squirt. Like he had a
the entire
bad.
time.
Oh yeah. I would even like reopen it. But the right side was amazing to me. To like this guy's about to code. His pulse rate's at 50. He's getting into junctional rhythm, and then when that was inserted, it was like 100% pulse rate went up to 130. The dude is fine.
Yeah, I mean, we literally had almost our hands on his chest, ready to start
I mean,
pumping.
yeah, I had taken him off a vent and bagging him. I was like, "We're
Yeah,
about to do compression." I even told the pilot, I was like, "Hey, we're about to have to start doing
yeah.
CPR." And then it was like, I was like, "All right, never mind."
Never mind.
Yeah.
That was insane to me. I just, you read about it in the textbook where they have those flips or whatever like that, where they just convert immediately back to, better vital signs. And to actually see it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was good. That was probably that's one that'll definitely stick out to me, the good ones
Yeah.
that we actually probably saved.
To me, I don't ever get nervous whenever we come in the back of the ambulance and somebody's already arrested or they're, obviously just completely gorked or anything. But this guy literally was looking at both
Oh,
me and you and telling us, like, I can't breathe. I don't feel good. His wife's outside the door, and we're going to make the decision to sedate and paralyze him after we do this procedure. And there's a chance that we just gave this couple their last seconds on earth
oh
together.
yeah.
And if we fuck it up at all,
There ain't no
he's
way.
going to die.
Yeah, and I think it was a new skill, so I think anytime we've done like, I'm pretty sure next time you're probably not gonna be as hesitant or whatever, even, like, you weren't hesitating
I was
then.
shaking.
Yeah, it was pretty funny to watch
Yeah,
it, but, it worked though. I think that just goes on to but in especially in EMS, you're gonna get out of it what you put into it.
100%.
If we would have been in there dicking off, texting the whole time, the guy would have probably died.
Yeah,
It's just the way it is. I
yeah.
don't know.
It was just nice, like, seeing the cumulative effort of, like, our pre-hospital blood, finger thoracostomies, ultrasound, and then, like, all
Yeah, and
the
I mean
advanced vent stuff we had to do, you know what I
and you
mean?
try to, like, find something to change. I don't think I'd have changed anything in
No,
that one.
and that's a rarity.
Yeah, I think that, like, everything went like it was supposed to. Of course, like, by the time you got all your stuff out to do the finger on the right side, I mean, we couldn't have done any
Yeah,
faster, in my opinion. But, yeah, that was one that definitely sticks out. But we paid attention too. It's like, you don't pay attention to the teacher, you ain't gonna get what he's teaching.
no, not at all.
But that was a good one. That one was I'll carry that with me probably, and I knew the family, which made it even different. Like the wife has texted me and stuff a couple times, so I've kind of got to see him progress.
Yeah,
He's not out of the woods yet, but he is off the ventilator and stuff. So I would say we're probably
just freaking incredible,
yeah.
especially yeah. I don't know. Let me see what else we got on the list. Alright, so the question is regarding this next one about larger flight companies with bigger footprints pretty much just like we talked about earlier, almost like scraping the bottom of the barrel and pulling all these providers out of these critical access ERs and stuff like that that have no experience and throwing them on the flight line. Which I will say, things have gotten better in some programs, but when me and you started specifically, You got 2 days orientation, day 3, you're on the flight line.
Out the door.
Well, that's after your, week onboarding or whatever, but, the fact that you can go from never flying to a week of just
It's
general
wild to me
onboarding,
still.
2 days orientation, and then you are 50% of the clinical flight crew on day 1.
I need you to make decisions that are gonna see if somebody sees tomorrow or not.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I think it's very bad. I think it's even what worries because, like, I know I'd been doing this for a while before I started flying. Just like you don't think of the safety aspect of stuff, like seeing the whole picture. Hey, is this dude gonna run into the tail rotor because they don't
Yeah.
know? I even think that not taking out of we're about to do some crazy advanced stuff. You're not used to that environment. If you throw a nurse into that situation, I can't imagine being
Yeah.
that person. To like, I've never been on a scene where people are yelling at you and stuff. To here we go.
Yeah. First time.
I think that's wild. The smaller ER thing, I mean, I grew up in going to a small ER.
That can go both ways.
I was about to say, I think it's again provider dependent. How much do you want to do? How much do you want to
Mhm.
learn? Because I've seen like smaller nurses smaller ER nurses be great because they've done it all. They had to do everything. With that being said, I've also seen some that ain't great.
But I've worked at some of the biggest hospitals in our service area, and I've seen some absolute shit bags come out of
Me too.
the most high speed units, like at these hospitals, where it's like you have access to all this equipment, hundreds of residents, doctors, all these things. And then you look at like our small local ER,
Yeah,
we got one of our coworkers, and she's a bang up nurse. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
you have this nurse that came out of a tiny ER that is phenomenal. Like she got experience at other places too, obviously, but you compare that to the worst nurse at a giant unit at a big hospital, and it's like, how do you get this mismatch?
Like I think again, it's provider dependent. Like I
Yeah,
think I mean I barely passed the ACT. You don't fail it. You just pass it. You give me a number. I almost failed it. I'm pretty sure. But I wanted to do this and I wanted to learn. So
yeah,
I wanted to do this. Like I wanted to learn. And even to this day, I'll go and ask a doctor. What could we have done? Some of them give you a not great answer. And they're
yeah.
gonna be, but most of them will let you. I think you're gonna learn as much as you want to. Uh, I just and the good thing is most of the nurses that are just doing it to carry a bag and wear a flight suit, even paramedics, they work their way out.
Mhm.
They're not gonna stay long.
No,
Because we are held to a higher standard. Again, we need higher pay too.
no. I will say I come from more of like the metro background when it comes to my
Yeah.
work experience and stuff. And coming out to our service area was very eye opening to me because it's rural. Like
Yeah,
rural
yeah.
Arkansas,
We're
like
45 minutes from a hospital. What? Like I'm not
yes,
5 minutes. We
yes,
had a student that was on a large city fire department that was on a bad call. He went on the other day. He's like, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Like,
no,
because you have to do it, or they're
yeah.
not gonna make it. I think that it's a big environment to be in.
At this point in my career, I have way more respect for the best medic at a rural service, like what we're used to, versus the best medic at a metro service.
Absolutely.
Like hands down.
Oh, it's unbelievable to
Now there's
me.
shitbags at both.
Oh, I mean, that's anywhere though, right? I
You
know
know what I mean?
shitbag doctors.
Yeah, a
I mean,
lot of
like, and
them.
I hate to like say that to throw them under there. I've seen some. Yeah, I would not want to. Like, I've told people probably don't want to go there tonight.
No.
Like, because this guy's here, and that's sad. But I mean, it just you're gonna get that in any job you do,
Yeah.
though. Like, it's just I've seen some of the smartest individuals I ever know, but they couldn't talk to a rock.
No.
Like, there's no people skills. I'd rather have somebody that can talk to you and stuff like that. But that's
Well,
learned over time too. Sometimes.
when you have those high performing providers that come from these smaller departments like that, that took the time out to read, watch videos, pound flashcards, whatever they need to do to learn, like that's so impressive versus
Somebody that had to get your advanced credentials because they were gonna get fired.
yeah,
Uh,
and we've worked with both,
oh, we work
all
with
across
those.
the
We
spectrum.
work with those and worked with them. But I think that, yeah, I think and you're going to be as good as you want to be. Like, there's people that have piss poor attitudes. I mean, people probably say I do, but you're going to get out of this career, nursing, doctor, whatever, in the healthcare field, what you put into it.
100%.
I've seen people that just want to get a paycheck every 2 weeks, go to the house. That's fine. Just don't pick up me. Like, I don't want you to pick up me.
No.
But going back to like the small versus big ER, it's just really provider dependent. I mean, I've seen them both be bad. I've seen them both be good. If you had to like tell me, hold a gun to my head and be like, your ass has got to pick one. Honestly, I'm probably going to pick the small ER nurses. I feel like they've done more. Or they've seen, like, you had to do it.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I work it wherever. And it's like, yeah, but there's 17 residents in there too.
Like, you haven't touched the patient in 12 hours.
That's right. I think the small ER you're kind of dealing with. I mean, you could see a lot more big ER, like crazy stuff that like you're not going to see. Like our local trauma center, I can't imagine working in that ER.
No. But I would love to take those level 1 trauma, like, trained nurses and put them in a rural
We always wish
ER.
we could do, like, 3 seats in our helicopter. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah. But imagine those nurses catching a level 1 trauma at whatever regional critical access medical center.
They're lost.
They would panic. You know what I mean?
They don't know. They're like, where's the surgeon? Well, we ain't got one. We got a general surgeon that just pulled out a gallbladder. We can bring him in here.
Yeah.
Nothing against general surgeons, but
yeah,
it's just not what they do.
No.
But I just don't really have like a set thing like you have to work at this level 1 trauma center to fly, because I've seen it both.
I think that is a little ridiculous where people are like, you have to have this experience. You have to work in ICU. You have to work in ER. I think that that's absurd, to be honest with you.
I do agree with the paramedic time. I think 3 years is good because I think that we do the scene control. Like we'd say, hey, it's time to go, time to not. And I think that's just a learned trait. Like I'm sure I've sat on scene for way too long in my career, probably still do. But you learn that it's just time to go as a paramedic, or, you know, there's time to play and time to just go. And I think that's a learned trait. And I think paramedics in the HEMS world bring a specific set of skills to the table. And I think you need to be proficient in those. If you don't know your ACLS, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah. Let me hear your opinion on stay and play versus load and go in our profession.
I'm big on, like, if I think it's an intervention that, like the guy that we had to do the finger on, I think that's a time that, like, we knew in our head there's no way he's gonna make it. We fly in a small airframe. You can't do a lot of these skills in there. So in that situation, absolutely, I think we need to get it done. If it's a guy that we can't fix, for example, like he has a tear in his aorta, whatever, I think you need to go somewhere pretty fast. Like STEMIs and stuff, you got to go. We're not fixing. We can help them, but we're not going to fix it. It's really just like you got to read the room. For example, like I can pretty much look at somebody and be like, "This is not good." And I think if somebody needs an advanced airway, I think it's time to stay and do that, get it secure while you have help, and then go.
Have you seen more disasters with loading and going or staying and playing?
Loading and going, probably. Like, because then you're on your own. Like I said, oh, I should have got them 17 firemen and 17 providers that were there to help me before I did this. But I've also stayed on scene and seen people in our environment, especially because we're 30 minutes away. I think that's got to say, like, we need to do some stuff before we leave. Whereas if you're in a metropolitan area where a hospital's 5 minutes away, I think you can justify getting them somewhere. I think that any traumatic, because we got to get them to somewhere to fix the problem. We can bridge them to get them there, but then again, like our guy, I wouldn't have changed it. Like I don't know what our scene time was. It wasn't like astronomical, but we needed
40 minutes.
Yeah, we needed to do that stuff, or he would have never gotten there anyways. It wouldn't have mattered, and we couldn't have done the left side in the air. We probably could have tried. It wouldn't have been as effective though.
No.
I think it's depending on what skills you're gonna have to, what interventions you're gonna have to do. Like, hey, I need to start y'all's crazy drips y'all go over. I don't even know what the hell y'all are talking about most of the time. To start like calcium shift and stuff, it's like, yeah, all right. I think we do that stuff on the way.
Yeah.
Y'all can do the pumps. We can do it. I don't think that's a reason to stay, to start medicines. I don't even know what y'all are talking about half the time anyway. So it's like, great.
Usually, again, depending on what it is, I want a pulse, a blood pressure, and a half decent SpO2 set.
Yeah.
Before I put somebody in the helicopter.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'll ground pound if I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I think I want a pulse for sure. I want an airway is my big thing. Like, cause I feel like I'm proficient at airways. I'm probably gonna miss the next 3, But it's still hard to do that in the aircraft
Yeah.
because you're getting all this stuff out. I just think it's just better to do it in a more ambulance ain't control, but you just have more hands.
Yeah, you have more space, and, like, I
That's
can
right.
only help you so much, you know what I
I
mean?
think that that's really dependent. Like, I can't give you like a cut and dry answer like on a STEMI, I'm gonna stay and play or whatever because it's really case dependent. Like
Yeah.
what we got to do to get this person somewhere where they can save him, save him, her, whatever. So I appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
Like I said, some of my opinions, their opinions. Some people might not like them, but so it's good to talk about stuff like this. So I appreciate y'all having me on here today.
Yeah. The suspect is not, what is it, innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm plead the fifth on some of it if you're going to comment and hammer me. But
Hell yeah.
like I said, I appreciate y'all and look forward to watching y'all's future episodes.
Yes, and make sure you check us out we're on TikTok now, Instagram, YouTube. We got a link tree with everything in it. We got some merch. We got a lot of stuff coming, so be sure to stay updated on all that, and we'll see you around.
All right, thank y'all.